नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। भगवद्गीता अध्याय 2 श्लोकस 42, 43 and 44। यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मानः स्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदाम् क्रियाविशेषबहुलाम् भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानाम् तयापहृतचेतसाम् व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते। We will continue the Bhashya. We have already completed the portion of 42. Now 43. ते च कामात्मानः कामस्वभावाः कामपराः इत्यर्थः। ते च, they referring to the avivekis who do not have vyavasayatmika buddhi, who do not have viveka. Astika avivekis, they accept Veda as pramana, still they do not have viveka. They are kamatmanaha is equal to kamasvabhavaha. Kamaha atma svabhavaha yesham te kamatmanaha. Atma means svabhava, nature. Desires have become their nature. How can desire be one's nature? Desire cannot be one's nature. Therefore, Bhashyakara gives the implied meaning Kama paraha ityarthaha. They are Kama paraha. Kama pradhanaha. Kamaha paraha yesham te Kama paraha. Kama is their greatest objective of life. fulfilling their desires is the greatest objective of life. They have three purusharthas: dharma, artha and kama. Even among the three purusharthas, kama is their pradhana purushartha. Kama pradhana, not moksha pradhana. Even dharma purushartha they have is meant for accomplishing kama only. Artha as well as dharma, these two purusharthas are also used for kama purushartha. Therefore, kama paraha, kama purushartha pradhana, not moksha paraha. Moksha is not their goal. Moksha is not there in their list of priority at all. Swarga paraha, swargaha, paraha, purusharthaha, yesham te, swarga paraha, swarga pradhanaha, जन्म कर्म फल प्रदाम कर्मणः फलम कर्म फलम जन्मैव कर्म फलम जन्म कर्म फलम तत्प्रददाति इति जन्म कर्म फल प्रदा ताम वाचम प्रवदन्ति इति अनुषज्यते. Swargaparaha, kama is their greatest purushartha. Among that kama, what is the greatest thing that they can aspire for? Where they can get greatest enjoyment, greatest form of sense pleasure, that place is Swarga. Therefore, Swarga is their ultimate goal. Swargaha paraha purusharthaha yesham te Swarga paraha. Swarga is their para. Para means para purushartha. The ultimate goal of life is Swarga. Swarga paraha is equal to Swarga pradhanaha. They want to get Swarga. That is why they need dharma. They need all the karmas. All the Mimamsakas, the Mimamsaka philosophers, their objective of life is Swarga. For them, Swarga itself is moksha. They don't recognize a moksha other than Swarga. You perform all the Vedic rituals in this life, and as a result of the Vedic rituals, after death, you get Swarga. And the Swarga is Nitya, according to them. Swarga is permanent. Go to Swarga, that is their ultimate objective of life. Therefore, they are Swargaparaha, Swargapradhanaha. And they will call it moksha. But really it is not moksha purushartha. It comes under kama purushartha. Even in Swarga, what they are seeking? Sense pleasure. And to attain Swarga, they have to do dharma. They should have punya. Therefore, dharma purushartha is meant for kama purushartha for them. Therefore, kama paraha, swarga paraha and kama paraha. There is no contradiction between these two. Kama paraha is more specifically stated as swarga paraha. Then janma karma phala pradam vacham pravadanti. They quote the Vedic statements. Vacham pravadanti. They quote such Vedic statements that talk about samsara as the results. Means they hold on to the Vedic statements that enjoin kamya karmas or sakama karmas, and all the sakama karmas, their result is within the domain of samsara. In the form of birth, janma. To enjoy the result of any karma, one should get a janma. It is not freedom from janma. One cannot expect freedom from janma as a result of karma. To enjoy the result of any karma, one has to take a janma. Therefore, the result of karma is in the domain of samsara. Therefore, janma karma phala pradam. Bhashyakara gives the vigraha vakya of this word. Karmanaha phalam karma phalam. The result of karma. Karmanaha phalam karma phalam. Shashti tatpurusha. Janma eva karma phalam janma karma phalam. What samasa? Karmadharaya samasa. Janma eva karma phalam janma karma phalam. Janma is the karma phala. The karma phala is in the form of janma. Therefore, janma karma phalam tat pradadati, the one that gives it, it is called janma karma phala prada. That which gives janma as karma phala. Tam vacham, that kind of words, that kind of statements, pravadanti iti anushajyate. Tam vacham pravadanti should be connected with this word. Vacham pravadanti is there in shloka 42. It should be connected here. Or this connects with vacham pravadanti. Janma karma phala pradam qualifies the vacham. That is the idea. क्रियाविशेषबहुलां क्रियाणां विशेषाः क्रियाविशेषाः ते बहुलाः यस्यां वाचि तां स्वर्गपशुपुत्राद्यर्थाः यया वाचा बाहुल्येन प्रकाश्यन्ते भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगश्च ऐश्वर्यञ्च भोगैश्वर्ये तयोर्गतिः प्राप्तिः भोगैश्वर्यगतिः तां प्रति साधनभूताः ये क्रियाविशेषाः तद्बहुलां तां वाचं प्रवदन्तो मूढाः संसारे परिवर्तन्ते इत्यभिप्रायः. Further description of the words that they speak. Further description of the Vedic statements that they hold on to. Kriyavishesha bahulam vigrahavakya kriyanam visheshaha kriyavisheshaha. Specific types of kriyas, specific actions. The actions might involve yajna as well as tapas. Yajna, dana and tapas, all. Mainly yajnas. Various types of yajnas are the kriyas. Te bahulaha yasyam vachi. The words, the statements that they quote, they are full of such kriya visheshas. They are full of certain kriyas, certain sadhanas, like yajna, ritual, etc. So these words are the statements of Veda that they quote are predominantly karma vidhayaka vakyas. They enjoin various karmas for certain results. And what are the results? Swarga pashuputradyarthaha kriya visheshaha. This is an adjective of kriya visheshaha. Swarga pashuputradyarthaha kriya visheshaha. The kriya visheshas, the specific rituals meant for swarga, pashu, putra, etc. Some actions are meant for swarga. Some actions are meant for pashu, cattle. Lomasham pashubhis sahaswaha. Lomasham pashubhis sahaswaha. It is a ritual for pashu. Cattle and putra, son. There are rituals for getting son, like putreshti. Swarga pashuputradyarthaha kriyavisheshaha yaya vacha bahulyena prakashyante are revealed mainly bahulyena, are predominantly revealed by which statements they quote such statements. भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति क्रिया विशेष बहुलाः. भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति क्वालिफाइज क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम्. भोगैश्च ऐश्वर्यञ्च भोगैश्वर्ये. भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति is there in the मूला. भोगश्च ऐश्वर्यञ्च भोगैश्वर्ये. Bhoga as well as Aishwarya. Bhoga means sense enjoyment. Aishwarya means overlordship. The other people should listen to me. It is Aishwarya. Tayoho gatihi. Gatihi is equal to praptihi. Attainment of भोगैश्वर्य गति. भोगैश्वर्ययोः गतिः भोगैश्वर्य गतिः. तां प्रति साधनभूताः. The ones that are means for bhoga and aishwarya. भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति साधनभूताः ये क्रियाविशेषाः. The क्रियाविशेषाः means स्वर्ग पशुपुत्राद्यर्थाः क्रियाविशेषाः. स्वर्ग पशुपुत्राद्यर्थाः क्रियाविशेषाः is description of भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति क्रियाविशेषाः. तद् बहुलां वाचं. The words, the statements of the Veda which is full of such क्रियाविशेषाः. ताम pravadantah. They speak such words, such statements, and they are moodhaha. They are avivekinaha. Moodhaha means avivekinaha. They don't have viveka. Samsare parivartante ityabhiprayah. They continue to remain in samsara. They perpetually continue in samsara. तेषांच भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां भोगः कर्तव्यम् ऐश्वर्यम् च इति भोगैश्वर्ययोः एव प्रणयवतां तदात्मभूतानां तया क्रियाविशेषबहुलया वाचा अपहृतचेतसाम् आच्छादितविवेकप्रज्ञानां व्यवसायात्मिका सांख्ये योगे वा बुद्धिः समाधौ समाधीयते अस्मिन् पुरुषोपभोगाय सर्वम् इति समाधिः अंतःकरणं बुद्धिः तस्मिन् समाधौ न विधीयते न भवति इत्यर्थः. Such people are described further. तेषांच तेषां भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां. They are भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्ताः. They are interested in bhoga and aishwarya. Bhogah kartavyam aishwaryam cha iti bhogaishwaryayoh eva pranayavatam. They have pranaya, they have attachment, love only for bhoga and aishwarya. And they are committed to bhoga and aishwarya. How bhogaha kartavyam? I should attain bhoga. I should accomplish bhoga. Aishwaryancha kartavyam. And I should accomplish aishwarya. Iti. In this manner, bhogaishwaryayoho eva pranayavatam. They are attached to bhoga and aishwarya. Tadatma bhutanam. Bhogaishwarya has as though become their atma, their second nature. They cannot remain without bhoga and aishwarya. Taya apahrita chetasam. Taya refers to kriya vishesha bahulaya vacha. See, in Shloka 42, there is a yam vacham, yamimam pushpitam vacham. It is the yad clause, the relative clause. And the correlative clause is here, taya. Yad should always have a tad. So tad is here. That is why the anvaya is done collectively. Taya is equal to kriya vishesha bahulaya vacha. Only one description is given. We can take all the descriptions of the statement that they quote. Kriya vishesha bahulaya vacha apahrita chetasam. Their mind is apahrita. Their mind is captured by the statements of the Veda, which talk about various sadhanas. Achadita viveka prajnanam. Apahrita chetasam implies achadita viveka prajna. Their viveka is covered, achadita, veiled by the flowery statements of the Vedas. Because of the statements of the Veda, which promise Swarga, etc., which promise material enjoyments, they are not able to get viveka. They are not able to understand the proper goal of life. They hold on to such statements of the Veda. The Veda says, Swarga, do this ritual and accomplish Swarga. The Vedas say, and they are committed to that pursuit. And they don't have leisure to think of, reconsider their understanding as well. Therefore, tayapahrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi. They are in their mind. Vyavasayatmika buddhi does not take place. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. The Vyavasayatmika buddhi can be either in Sankhya or in Yoga. Sankhya buddhi or Yoga buddhi. Both are Vyavasayatmika buddhi because they are born of proper means of knowledge. Sankhya buddhi va, Yoga buddhi va. both are vyavasayatmika buddhi. Samadhau na vidhiyate. Samadhau, Bhashyakara gives the meaning of samadhau. Generally, the word samadhi means concentration, focus. Samadhanam or samadhi means focus. But here, samadhi means mind, antahkarana. It is adhikarana vyutpatti. Samadhiyate asmin purushopabhogaya sarvam iti samadhihi. See the Vigraha Vakya. Samadhiyate asmin iti samadhihi. Adhikarana vyutpatti. Samadhiyate. Everything is taken in, accepted, received. Samadhiyate means received. Asmin, in which, in that. Sarvam, everything. Everything is received in this. What for? Purushopabhogaya. For the enjoyment of an individual. For the experience of an individual. Iti samadhi. Referring to antahkaranam or buddhihi. The whole universe comes to our experience when it enters our mind. If the universe, any part of the universe, any object, if it does not enter our mind, then it is as good as absent for us. We experience any object when it enters our mind. In fact, we don't see the object as it is. The object as it is not known at all. A picture of the object, an image of the object enters our mind, and then with our subjectivity added to the object, we perceive it. Therefore, everything is known when it enters our mind, when it is received by our mind. Therefore, it is called samadhihi. Antahkaranam or buddhihi is called samadhihi. Tasmin samadhau, in samadhi, vyavasayatmika buddhi. Na vidhiyate. Na vidhiyate is equal to na bhavati ityarthaha. It does not take place. Proper understanding does not take place in their minds. In the minds of those who are attracted by various desires. Their mind is disturbed by various desires. Therefore, proper understanding does not dawn in their mind. Even if it is told, They are not ready to accept it. And that is the fate of avivekis. Yeah. 45. त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदाः निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थः निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्. The topic under discussion is Karma Yoga. To perform Karma Yoga, one should perform the karmas as Nishkama Karma, without aspiring for material desires, without aspiring for kama. In the previous 3 verses, Bhagavan condemned, Bhagavan criticized the people who are kama paraha, who have kama as their ultimate motive. People who have kama as their ultimate goal will never be able to perform Nishkama karma. All their karma will be Sakama karma. Whereas, to perform Nishkama karma, one should have one's goal clear. Kama cannot be one's goal. One should have moksha as one's goal. One should reset one's priorities. Instead of choosing kama as one's goal, one should choose moksha as the goal. Therefore, to teach Nishkama karma to Arjuna, Bhagavan is urging Arjuna to accept moksha as his goal and then work for moksha, to pursue moksha. Traigunya Vishayaha Vedaha. The Vedas are Traigunya Vishayaha. Vedaha Traigunya Vishayaha. Veda stands for all the Sakama karmas, all the Kamya karmas or Sakama karmas that are enjoined in the Shastra. They are called Veda here. we should not take the Vachyartha, we should take Lakshyartha. All the Sakama karmas of the Vedas, they are Traigunya Vishayaha. Their objective is Traigunya. Traigunya means samsara. They give samsara as their result. Their result is not moksha, their result is samsara. All the sakama karmas, they give only samsara as their result. Therefore, having kama as one's purushartha is not a wise thing to have. Because it will only lead to samsara. The result of sakama karmas is within the domain of samsara. Therefore, Bhagavan suggests Arjuna, He Arjuna, O Arjuna, Tvam nistrayigunyo bhava. You become nistrayigunyaha. Nistrayigunya means one who has moksha as his goal. Since moksha is his goal, moksha is freedom from Traigunya, freedom from samsara. That which is free from samsara is moksha. Be nistraigunya means aspire for moksha, and aspiring for moksha involves giving up of kama. Giving up of kama as one's objective. Therefore, Bhashyakara will say, Nishkamo bhava ityarthaha. And to pursue moksha, one should cultivate certain qualities. And some of the qualities are given. Nirdvandvo bhava. Be free from dvandva. Dvandva means the pairs of opposites. Like pleasure and pain, likes and dislikes. Be free from them. Nirdvandvo bhava means accept them as equal. Do not be a slave of dvandvas. Do not be a slave of your likes and dislikes. And nitya sattvastho bhava. Always abide in sattva. Enhance your sattvika qualities. The qualities of sattva will be described later on it will be described in chapter 17. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. What is Sattvika? what is Rajasika, what is Tamasika. So take to Sattva Guna. Because Rajas and Tamas, when Rajas and Tamas are predominant, one cannot pursue moksha. Therefore, to pursue moksha, one should have sattva predominance in his mind. Therefore, nitya sattvastho bhava, niryogakshemaha bhava. Be free from yogakshema. Bhashyakara will explain yogakshema. Yoga means apraptasya praptihi, attaining what one does not have. And kshema means praptasya rakshanam. For my well-being, I want to get certain things and I want to protect them. Mostly people are busy in yogakshema. I want to ensure my welfare by accomplishing what I don't have, by getting what I don't have, and also by protecting what I have. I want to get money, yoga. And I want to save the money, kshema. When one is obsessed with yoga kshema, the mind flows in the direction of yoga kshema. The mind is distracted by the yoga kshema, and then the moksha is not possible. When the mind is preoccupied by yoga kshema, how can I get more money? How can I save my money? All the time my mind will be in stock market. Yogakshema. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Later on Bhagavan will say. Our life insurance, what is it called? LIC. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Therefore, niryogakshemo bhava. Don't think about your yogakshema. Niryogakshema involves surrendering to Ishvara. Ishvara will take care of my yogakshema. Taking refuge at Ishvara. He does not obsess himself with yogakshema. Atmavan bhava. Atmavan means apramattaha. Not doing pramada. Pramada means being careless in what one is supposed to do, especially when it comes to dharma. Because of carelessness, because of indifference to dharma, one ends up making mistakes. One ends up compromising with the values. That is pramada. Do not do pramada. See the bhashya. ये एवं विवेकबुद्धिरहिताः तेषां कामात्मनां यत्फलं तदाह ये एवं विवेकबुद्धिरहिताः. दिस इज संबंध. ये विवेकबुद्धिरहिताः, the ones who do not have viveka buddhi, the avivekinaha, who were described in previous 3 shlokas, tesham kamatmanam, they are kamatmanaha. Kama is their ultimate motive. Yat phalam, what phala they get. They have kama and they pursue the kama with all their actions, including the actions that are enjoined in the Shastra. What phala do they get? It is being said. Traigunya vishayaha, traigunyah, samsaraha, vishayaha, प्रकाशितव्यः येषां ते वेदाः त्रैगुण्यविषयाः. त्रैगुण्यविषयाः, वेदाः are त्रैगुण्यविषयाः. वेदाः refer to a part of the Veda. The part of the Veda which talk about sakama karma. They are Traigunya Vishayaha. Bhashyakara gives the Vigrahavakya of Traigunya Vishayaha. Traigunyah is equal to samsaraha. Traigunya means samsara. The 3 gunas, trayanam gunanam samaharaha traigunyam. The collection of the 3 gunas. Samsara is a collection of the 3 gunas. All 3 gunas constitute samsara. Later on we will see how sattva guna binds, how rajoguna binds, how tamoguna binds. It is one of the models to explain samsara. 3 gunas. When you become free from 3 gunas, you are a samsari. You are mukta. It is another way of explaining moksha. Moksha is being free from the 3 gunas. Samsara means being caught up in 3 gunas. Traigunya vishayaha. Traigunyah is equal to samsaraha. Samsara is vishayaha. Vishayaha is equal to prakashitavyaha. That which is revealed is called Vishaya. They reveal samsara. The part of Veda which reveals sakama karma reveals samsara, means it reveals the means for samsara alone. It reveals certain karmas, certain sadhanas, but the sadhanas will culminate only in samsara. They don't give moksha, that is the idea. येषां ते वेदाः त्रैगुण्यविषयाः. So thus Bhagavan is criticizing sakama karma. Sakama karma will give only samsara. That is how Bhagavan is discouraging Arjuna from doing sakama karma. Then he says, choose your goal properly. What should be your goal? He says, moksha. Tvam tu nistrayigunyah bhava arjuna nishkamo bhava ityarthaha. Tvam tu means vailakshanyam. Unlike the other people who were described in previous 3 verses, you be nistrayigunyah. Nistrayigunyah means one who is free from samsara as his goal. By implication, nistraygunyo bhava will mean nishkamo bhava ityarthaha. Be nishkamaha. Be free from the desire for material goals. Instead, aspire for moksha. Become a mumukshu. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.